What's up, everybody? Welcome to Podcast Now. I'm Alex, and in this video, or this live stream, I suppose I should say, we're here to talk about the PlayStation Showcase, all the news, all the rumors of the past few days, and holy God, there's been a lot. There's been a lot. So I want to thank you all for joining, whether it's live or whether it's watching it afterwards. Just a quick reminder, of course, I have to set it up. I'll set it up after the stream is done, or just later today. Tomorrow, I'll be co-streaming, obviously, the PlayStation event. We'll go live about hour and a half before. Sometimes I can't contain my excitement, so maybe like an hour and a half before the event goes live, and we'll talk about pretty much this again, I suppose, but just more excited. And then we'll watch the event. I really want, to be honest, I want somebody to leak how long it's going to be, just so I know. It's like an hour 10, is it an hour 15? So yeah, we'll see how that goes. Oh, Brick Boy, thank you, buddy. Tomorrow, yeah. Firstly, thanks, man. Secondly, tomorrow's gonna be insane. And obviously this is a PlayStation event, but to broaden our horizon a little bit, this is the kickoff. I mean, we've had a bunch of games that have released over the last week or two. We're gonna have more games releasing, but June really is packed in terms of releases with Street Fighter, Diablo, Crash, Final Fantasy, and there's some smaller games in there too. Park Beyond is one I'm interested in. Master Detective Archives at the end of the month, like next month in June, there's a load. There's probably 6 or 7, games that are legitimately interesting coming out just in the month of June. And then all the events, Summer Game Fest, the Ubisoft event, which, hey, I know people have opinions, but don't discount it because Mirage, Skull and Bones, perhaps yet again, Avatar, the Star Wars game, I think would be there, and then the Xbox show, which I think Xbox is going to bring it just like Sony's going to bring it. So we are in a great stretch, and it shouldn't end until July 1st. And then July will be kind of dead. And then, August and on will be something special too. Okay, I'm going to read the chat, kind of as I always do. So if you guys want me to talk about a specific game that's going to be there, not going to be there, just write it in the chat and all that stuff. I'm going to try to get to as many as humanly possible, but super chats get you to the top of the line. I should say that. So yeah, let's see. PlayStation has some pretty big games lined up, but those are obvious ones. I'm hyped for the Xbox Showcase too because I have a feeling things are going to pop out of left field. Yeah, I think. I mean, I've talked about it a little bit with PlayStation too. I think PlayStation is in a not a weird, well, weird, but not like in a bad way, where there's games that you know about and they're going to be focusing super hard on. So like Spider-Man, Final Fantasy 16, it's like, okay, we've seen enough. I'll be like, I've definitely checked out a Final Fantasy 16 because I'm totally in. I'm buying that game day one. But we just keep getting trailers, we keep getting impressions, we keep getting previews and stuff. I don't really care at this point. So I don't know. I think it may appear at the PlayStation Showcase just as like a launch trailer kind of thing. But Spider-Man is obviously new. Like we don't really know much about it, but we also know it's real, right? So you're going to focus so heavily on that. But then really, like Last of Us, we know, but we really don't know. So I guess they're kind of in a pretty unique spot. And then of course there's like afterwards, what do you do in 2024 and beyond? That's a big thing that I'm going to be looking for Sony, right? You have this year locked. You got Final Fantasy, you got Spider-Man, you got Stellar Blade probably somewhere in there as well. You probably got Silent Hill 2 in there as well in like October. And then you have maybe Rebirth, Final Fantasy VII Rebirth in December, but maybe that slips to next year. But then what's after that? Is there Cory Barlog's game? Is there, I mean, obviously Ghost of Tsushima 2 doesn't look like it's happening at this showcase. Like what comes next? So, yeah. On a scale of 1 to 10, how likely do you think we would see 10? I think 10. I know that's probably, I mean, that's probably bad, right? To say that. But no, you got to be confident in some things. I think Metal Gear, I mean, I've said this, right? The most confident I'm in. Spider-Man, well, no duh, right? But Spider-Man. I think Metal Gear 3, I'm extremely confident. I'm also almost equally as confident in Silent Hill. Like, I just really believe Silent Hill 2 is there and it gets a release date. And if I'm wrong, then Summer Game Fest, like, I just think we're in, like, these weeks, we're going to get the release date for Silent Hill 2. I just believe that in my heart. And I have to go with that. Kingdom Hearts. So I think that Twisted Metal, I think, is an absolute lock. I think because of the show, I think the game is obviously going to be announced here. And Last of Us Factions, right? Whatever it's called. Do you think it's just going to simply be called The Last of Us Multiplayer? Like, what do you think it's going to be called? I mean, Factions, I think is so iconic, that name, and like, I don't really want to see them drop it. I don't want to see them drop it for like something else. So then, like, do you just really simplify it? The Last of Us Multiplayer, just very simple. Doesn't take a lot of thoughts on it. I don't know. They they said a bit over an hour. I think it's literally their words, a bit over an hour. I've said it before, like, so how I read that, because I have to read into everything, right? A bit over an hour. That doesn't mean an hour and a half, because you would say an hour and a half, right? If the show is 90 minutes, you would say the show is 90 minutes or it's an hour and a half. You say a bit over an hour. Does that mean an hour 15? Does that mean an hour 5? I don't know. Because it's hard to say. If you want to tell people it's an hour and 15 minutes, what do you say? It's 75 minutes long. It's just kind of weird. I know I'm focusing on that, a lot, but I don't know. I think I want it to be as long as possible. At the same time, I have to pick up my daughter from school. Like, as soon as it ends, I'm out. As soon as it ends, I'm saying my goodbyes, end stream, booking it out the door. So selfishly, it can't go too long. It can't go too long for me. Um, Alex looking handsome. Thanks, buddy. Wanted to shave. Not really for the event, just because in general. Lucky I got insomnia because it's 2 a.m. here. Oh my god. That's rough. That's rough. I thought, well, doing it so early, it's only 10:30 my time. I thought it would be the best here. Um, what's going on? Not to brag, but you didn't believe me when I said Ubisoft Star Wars game came out in 2024. That's true. That's true. But okay, but to counter, I don't even know. I don't know what the adjective I'm thinking of. To counter, it's if you believe Kotaku, right? It has to be like the worst place in existence saying it. If it was anybody else, it would feel better. But because it's Kotaku, no, I think they're right. I think it releasing in 2020. But you know what? Well, okay. To be fair, Skull and Bones was supposed to release 2018, 2019. It was supposed to release like 4 years ago. It just keeps getting pushed. I don't think this game is going to have that problem, but I don't think it's guaranteed to release in 2024. But it's probably got a good shot. I originally played. I didn't play too much of it, but I have played Dragon's Dogma. I have played it. I'm gonna go back and play the whole thing. Do it on the third channel, Back to the Past. Probably like in a lead up to Dragon's Dogma 2. So yes. MK1. I think it's still possible, but now that we know, so like it's not just that Jeff Keighley announced today, right? It's going to be at Summer Games Fest. So not only that it's going to be there, but specifically it's the world reveal of the gameplay. So if it was just going for fun to go to Summer Games Fest, I would say it's possible it could be at PlayStation. But at this point, why would it be at PlayStation? And that's not I'm not trying to be like rude to your comment. I'm like asking, if you're them, if you're showing gameplay for the first time at Summer Games Fest, what are you showing? What would you show at PlayStations? And the answer would be not literally, you can't show anything. So I honestly think it knocks it out. I think Mortal Kombat's not there, you know. Yes, there is no co-op in Spider-Man. I'm just gonna leave. Like, the video will just live on the channel. People can do the research like later. No, yeah, they confirmed no co-op for Spider-Man. But then a bunch of other stuff started coming out that the game's like a horror game. The game's gonna be like terrifying because of Venom. We'll see. We'll see. Well, the rumor for Metal Gear is just a teaser trailer. The rumor right now, I believe, is a teaser trailer without a release date, no release date. So knowing that, it's unfair to like give you my own honest thoughts because like I've seen that rumor, which that is kind of disappointing because I feel like this remake has been in the works for like 30 years. Before even Metal Gear 3 came out in the first place, there was a remake plan. And no, I mean, honestly, I don't get it. So hopefully there is a date attached, but hey, I guess not. And then maybe that makes me worried, but for like Silent Hill and stuff, right? Because if they're not going to show a release date for Metal Gear, if we like, I think the most disappointing thing to me, and maybe the most disappointing thing just in general for me when I watch these shows is not being not like confident, but like not showing a date or a time period. I could see The Last of Us doing it too and making me really upset. Like I could see The Last of Us just showing the trailer and that's it. Like they don't show anything. They don't say, but I don't know. In the age that we're in, maybe Neil Druckmann does like an interview with IGN and he says something like a hint, like you got to look out for interviews nowadays. Um, so yeah, I want to thank Brickboy again, buddy. Thank you. Had to skip down. As you know, I'm so far behind now in the chat. A limited edition dual sense. I mean 100%. I can't imagine. I think they're gonna go all in on Spider-Man 2 for like every customizable kind of thing possible. They'll probably reach out to content creators to do like disc plates, like the frames or whatever. They'll do it all for sure. But thanks, buddy. Okay. Spider-Man 2 story trailer and gameplay. Yep, exactly. That's what I think. And then release date at the end. Any chance for Dragon Quest 12 and Kingdom Hearts 4 showing? I don't want to say no, because I'll never say no to Kingdom Hearts 4, to be honest. But I don't know. Like if Persona 6 isn't there, if they don't have that kind of like Japanese influence, third party kind of thing, maybe Kingdom Hearts. But Kingdom Hearts 3 wasn't exclusive. Like that's the thing you got to think about, right? Kingdom Hearts 3 wasn't anything. It came out and it came out across the board. There was no exclusive treatment with it or anything like that. The idea that Persona could be there is because of the rumor that 6 would still have like a year timed exclusive for PlayStation, right? So if Kingdom Hearts 4 is just releasing generally, then would it show up at Sony's? Would it even show up at Xboxes? I'd say probably no. But you know what? Kingdom Hearts 3, fastest selling game in the franchise. I don't know if it was the biggest selling, but it was it probably was. It sold the most, let's just say. So maybe Sony goes up to them afterwards and says, "Oh my God, you guys really turned it around," even though they didn't. Kingdom Hearts 3 is one of the worst ones, but they said maybe you're turning it around, and we're going to offer you a deal for the next game. So it's possible. I find it weird how every leaker like Hip Hop Gamer and Millie A are hyping Spider-Man 2's graphics. Do you think the game's visuals would be that good? Yeah. I go on like all these different websites, right, for like rumors and leaks, and specifically Millie A has no respect from like any of these people anymore. I don't hate her or anything. I don't mind her, but nobody really trusts her. And then Hip Hop Gamer, that's the one that talked about the multiverse or just the Ratchet and Clank kind of physics thing, right? I don't think, yeah, the amount of hype it's getting for the visuals, like I don't know, I'm expecting it to look extremely good. But like if you've played Burning Shores Horizon, it's incredible. It's insane. So like I'm kind of expecting that. There should be no reason why Spider-Man 2 doesn't look as good as Burning Shores. Now it's a different engine, different team, even different kind of open world. But like that kind of scope, that kind of detail that Burning Shores has, I would expect that for Spider-Man 2. So like if it pops out of my screen in 3D, like me, right? But like can any visual? I'm sure I'll say, oh my God, that looks freaking insane. That's one of the best looking games. But I don't know. They are hyping it up a lot. Who is hyped for MG3? Me. Although no Kojima, so we'll have to see how that goes. I'm expecting a Silent Hill 2 release date sometime. Yeah, I mean October. Like if we could have October where we have Silent Hill 2 and Alan Wake 2, different kinds of twos, but if we could have both of those, then that'd be freaking sweet. Silent Hill, yes. Yep. What's going on, buddy? I don't think we see MK1 gameplay because it'll be at Summer Game Fest, as Jeff Keighley swooped in and just took it. Hello, Head Story Wiz. Another reason Xbox might be pulling out the big guns is Jez Corden said Xbox is ditching the next 12. Yeah, they're going like, which that's what Ghost of Tsushima 2 to me was, right? Like you don't have to just do games in the next 12 months. And for Xbox, that didn't really work last. I mean, it kind of worked. Like 70% of the games, I think, is the number. 70% of the games Xbox showed last year did release in 12 months, but the rest didn't. So, and they were supposed to. So ultimately, just don't have that limitation on you. Same thing for Sony. Like if you come out and you say all these games released in the next year and a half, okay, but you set that limit. So now if any game doesn't make it in that year and a half, well, you lied. I mean, it's a business, things happen, but it's just better to not have that limitation. Do you think we'll see that TMN? No, I don't. No, is the I think it's like too early because that game probably doesn't come out for like 3 or so years. But I can't wait. I can't that TMNT game is gonna be hopefully because it's kind of I don't think it's like a studio that's like done things that we can kind of reference, but that game could be freaking sweet. Top 3 wild cards, Santa Monica's new game, Death Stranding 2, and New Kingdom. Yeah, those are great ones. Those are great ones. Kingdom Hearts would shock me, I think. Death Stranding 2, it could be there because Death Stranding 2 is supposed to release in 2024. So, maybe you show it, but I don't know. Like, do you need like 10 minutes of Death? Like, if you show Death Stranding 2, that's like a 10-minute Kojima trailer. And then they're legendary, but it's 10 minutes. And then Cory Barlog's IP, yeah, that's possible, to be honest with you. I have, yeah, I've heard rumors of the 9 remake. I've never played it. So that would be exciting to me because I want to go back, even this the Pixel remaster thing that they did. I'd like to try that, and with my third channel, Back to the Past, I'm trying to go back into those older games. I want to play the Lightning trilogy for fun, if you consider that fun. I want to play the Lightning trilogy. So I would take any old Final Fantasy game and have it be remade or not. I guess I could just play it as is. Do you think we get pre-order mark? I think so. I think they because like if it comes out in September, well, let me asterisk. Let's put an asterisk. If it comes out in September, that's such a short turnaround. I could see pre-orders going live within like the next couple of weeks or even the day, but maybe like in June. I think that would be possible. If the game doesn't come out in September, though, it comes out October, November. You kind of just push everything. I love the yeah. This is through StreamYard. Normally, I go back and forth. Sometimes I'll use OBS, which is easier, and then sometimes I'll use that. You have to pay for this though, so when I do pay for it, I like to try to get my money's worth. But no, yeah, I like showing you guys on the screen. I just don't have as much control. I actually have it pulled up on YouTube on the other screen. Oh, let me say this because I do think this is important. If you guys are liking this, make sure you leave a like. That would definitely help. Just hit the like button, super duper quick, and that would be greatly appreciated. I think Spider-Man 2 will get a release date. Final Fantasy 9 would be cool. I keep saying 7. Nick, what's up? I think we're seeing gameplay. I think we're seeing the whole thing for Spider-Man 2. For sure. Ooh, Alan Wake 2 tomorrow. I personally think that's at Summer Games Fest. I've thought that for a long time, like months, like months and months and months. It's definitely possible for sure, but I do think that's one of Jeff's big games that he'll show. Because again, you got to think about it. Sony's got their own stuff they got to take care of. I guess I'm thinking about it from like me, right? Sony's got a lot they need to take care of in their I need to see Last of Us. I need to see Twisted Metal. I need to see Spider-Man, maybe Wolverine, right? Like there's a lot. Yes, that's only 4 games, but if you show 4 to 8 minutes of each of them, that is a lot. That's a lot of time. So Alan Wake is such a big game, but like you announce a brand new thing. Like for Silent Hill, you don't have to do that. You just show a quick trailer. You should probably show a gameplay trailer, so like 2-3 minutes, and then that's it. And you show a release date. For Alan Wake, you'd have to really do what you do for Spider-Man. You'd have to show everything. So you have to show trailer. I would like to see game. Because Alan Wake also is coming out in like 4 months. So you have to show everything just like you would do for Spider-Man because we haven't seen a legit trailer for it. We haven't seen gameplay for it, and it comes out in 4 months, 4 or 5 months. So, you know what I mean? Like I want it for sure, but I think it fits Summer Game Fest better, or by itself, or just by itself. Yeah, I think we'll get new gameplay. Can we expect? Yeah, everybody wants gameplay. let me tell you, take it to the bank. Go to your bank and tell them Alex said this. You're gonna get gameplay for Spider-Man 2. I and to the Alan Wake, yeah. Do you think we'll get Alan Wake 2 gameplay release date? Yes, but in June. I think we'll get it in June. Spider-Man 2 starts tomorrow. Yeah, I assume that's gonna be like the biggest thing. I'm excited. I'm excited to do not daily videos, but I'm excited to do like uh consistent update like news videos and theories and discussions on Spider-Man. I want Starfield to start coming out with stuff. I know taking it a little bit away from PlayStation, going to Xbox, but I guess what I'm saying, like these fall games, I want to start talking about them more. And I think Spider-Man is a good one. Assassin's Creed will be a good one to like cover. Alan Wake, like there's, I could probably make a list of like 10. Even Texas Chainsaw in August. You know, that's something I'd like to start covering. So Wolverine gameplay, I, gameplay. Oh boy, maybe depends on when in 2024 it comes out. Like late. If it comes out late 2024, maybe not. Everybody thinks Spider-Man gets a gameplay demo by putting my money, just normal trailer that contains gameplay like Jedi Survivor did. We're still like 5 months away. Possible. Is September 5 months? June, July, August, September. I mean, if it comes out in September, that's 4 months. Less, depending on which day in September. So, Tomb Raider. So, they've said, specifically the company has said, we are getting the Tomb Raider reveal in 2023. So then it's just where, right? Microsoft did the thing with Tomb Raider. So is that more leaned towards them? Do they kind of pick up that deal where it left off? Summer game. I mean, I guess my short answer would be no, but I do think we see it this year. It probably shows up at a Jeff Keighley thing, Kingdom Hearts. If Kingdom Hearts 4 was at Summer Game Fest, I would kiss Jeff Keighley's shoe. I'm telling you right now. Both his sneakers. What's up, man? Marvelo. New Tomb Raider. I'm so far behind. What else is being made? BioShock? Do you want to talk about BioShock? Oh, shoot. What do you think Factions 2 is? And okay. So I have no idea the story. Like that's what confuses me the most about. Like when they talk about how story is so like important and they put story into a multiplayer game, like Factions has a story as well, but like I would not call it revolutionary or it's not like, a thing, but they really want to make this a thing. So story aside, I think they have the potential to do. Here's what I would do. I would choose every multiplayer thing that's big right now. Now you could say like, well, they should probably like do their own thing to like stand out. That's true. But if they wanted to just take a bunch of multiplayer things that are going on in other games and put it in The Last of Us all in one package, I don't know how that would work if people would actually like respond to that. But if you could do a battle royale mode where your survivors, the thing's shrinking, there's infected, you're also attacking each other, you're going for resources. I think it's kind of made for battle royale. Now, I'm not a huge battle royale fan. I will play it just because, but you have that. I think you could do a player versus infected mode where you can play as the infected, like Dead Space. Remember Dead Space had multiplayer? You play as the infected. I know they're not like the only one who did that, but it was very interesting. You play as the infected versus the survivors. Or, team deathmatch, obviously. So anything in the first Factions game you would do. And then you would do those kind of two new things where you would play as infected, you have battle royale, like just things like that. Because I just think I think they all work for Last of Us. Now, would you play a game? Because like most games that have battle royale, that's it. It's just battle royale and there's nothing else to it. So would people like be into it? Is that even possible to do as a game developer? I don't know, but that's what I would do. But we will find out literally tomorrow. Like there's no way. We'll absolutely find out what the game is tomorrow. I hope we can pre-order Spider-Man 2 after the show. Maybe. Cross your fingers. Infamous, yeah, anything Infamous would be incredible. Resident Evil 9, there's an interesting third-party one. Yep. I'd love to see that. And I think we're getting close. I think we're definitely getting close to Resident Evil 9 being shown. Maybe Game Awards for it. But no, I don't think I personally don't think it'll be there tomorrow. Tomb Raider, Resident Evil 4 DLC. That I saw Nate the Hate was speculating that the Separate Ways, is that what it's called? Please tell me that's what it's called. With Ada for Resident Evil 4. I believe that. I believe that one. I could see that. Resident Evil 4 is huge. You get a little Sony influence there. They announce the DLC. And I would go back to it too for that too. Thank you, buddy. Always open and tries to answer. Yeah, I try. I try. I already answered that. I think so. What would you want or like to see within the collector's edition for a statue? I don't buy them. Like I don't get collector's editions. I think I've only gotten like one or two in my life, but I always love examining the statue. So some statue with Miles and Peter, right? That would be pretty sweet. That's all I really like. Maybe like maybe like a steel book or things like that. I would like. Can we get? Did any of you guys have the web shooters on your wrists when you were kids? Because I did. Those web things that would shoot the foam-ish things. Oh my! I'm just thinking about that now. I haven't thought about that in a long time. I love that. It's so silly. But if they could do that, I would. I would. I don't know why they would do that, but I would love it. I think the pre-order should be on anytime. Yeah. Yep. I hear Thor around here. Maybe Odin's releasing the Thunder here. I think they might show another Marvel or DC game. I don't think they would do. I mean, I like the idea. Yeah, Marvel or DC game. I like that. Maybe do you get like a deal with Amy Hennig going? If Wonder Woman was at this event, that would be freaking nuts. So I would love that. Iron Man, I think, is way too soon. Just like I don't think Iron Man's being shown like in general. But no, that's a good thought. Ben Studio. Why do I always forget them? Yeah, I actually think they'll do their game too. It's been long enough. It doesn't have to come out this year or next year, but I think you could show theirs. Yeah, that's true. We get hyped for these sequels and remakes, but I do hope they give us a new AAA IP. Yeah, like an Uncharted 5, which I do think is pretty possible. Could they show that? Probably. Or like a remake. But yeah, I mean, that's all you're saying, right? Remake, sequel, all that. But you need new IPs to create those things. So hopefully you get like one or two. I guess Wolverine, but Wolverine's based on IP. Would you rather? Okay, this is good. I think they start with it. I think they start with Spider-Man. That's what I think they'll do. What would I do? I'd either start it or end it with Spider-Man, personally. So yeah, that's what I would do. Hello. I wish I could say your name, but I'm not gonna try that out of respect. But hello. If you could pick any legacy, easily, Sly Cooper. Done. I'll give you a list: Sly, Infamous, Resistance, PlayStation All Stars, Battle Royale, Killzone. Those would be my top. Those would be my in that order. That's my top 5. How many games? Oh man, think minimum 20. All right. Oh no, my cap for my pen fell. I'm too like fidgety, like I move a lot. Okay, so you got like an hour, or let's just say an hour, 60 minutes. You divide it by 5 minutes each. So something like that. So what's that? Oh man, that's only 12. That'd be 12 games. Okay, I'll say 15. 15 games. What's going on, Anton? Appreciate you being here. New Castlevania would be cool. Oh yeah, and we're gonna get a new Castlevania game. It's just will it be at the showcase, right? It's gonna happen. Capcom. Konami said it, so like it's gonna happen. Ooh, if Sony could swoop in with Hogwarts Legacy DLC, that's I mean, I think you could. You could show like a 30-second thing with a title of like what it is. I think you could. I've never thought, because to be honest with you, my hopes that they would do it have diminished. Like I think for some reason with every passing day, that we're not getting Hogwarts Legacy DLC. I still think it's possible, but it's definitely gone down. Yes. Oh, I can't see the thing that you can't see with these with StreamYard, like when I show it, I can't see what emoji you're using. So I wanna look. Where's your name? Oh, it's like this. There's that. Okay. Yeah, I agree. I agree though. I want to see something that would shock me. Quick ask, just again, I'll do it like every 15 minutes or so. If you guys have not left a like yet or dislike, please do. Helps the algorithm and all that jazz. I'll probably push it tomorrow too. Grand Blue Final Fantasy Relink needs a major date. I have no idea what that is. But okay. Yeah, I think Wolverine would be fall of 24 at the earliest though, to be honest with you. It's possible we don't see anything from Wolverine because of Spider-Man, but at the same time, they announced both at the same showcase. So they've already done it. You know what I mean? Like, so the idea that you can, and I'm not saying that you're saying that, but for me, if people are saying, well, because you're doing Spider-Man, you can't do Wolverine. Well, they already did that. So I think you could do it again. Oh, yeah, see? I get what you're saying for sure, and I think it applies to other games, but I don't know if it applies here. So, yeah. Miles Morales, so great Spider-Man gameplay. Yes. I think we would get both. Oh man. I don't care where a Scream game. Okay, let me say this. I don't care where a Scream game is announced. A Scream game just needs to be announced. Okay. So if Sony wants to take some responsibility and do something about it, please. I think what sucks is it's either because like if you do a horror game, right, then you need a studio that either has not done it because like the other ones are already working, right? Like I guess Ilphonic, we don't know after Ghostbusters what they're working on. So I mean they could work on anything. And then like Gun Media, who's doing Texas, they're doing Texas. So you have to wait for Texas Chainsaw to come out and then you got to give them like another 4 years or whatever, and then there'd be a game. So unless Supermassive is doing or Telltale, maybe, you know what I mean, or then just somebody brand new. Well, look, I'll always petition for a Scream game, and if you want, if the Brick Boy keeps giving me as much money as he's giving me, I'll make a Scream game myself. That's a joke, but it's not actually. If I've said this before, my plan in life is if I were to ever like retire, if I came into a large amount of money, I would try to like buy a studio or make my own, hire people, and we'd make a Scream game. That's what I would do. I've settled on that. Like that's legitimately. I don't know if that'll ever happen, but never say never. And also, that's kind of my idea in life. Until then, I'll make 1,000. I'll make 10,000 more videos. Did you know I crossed 6,000 videos a little while ago? So I made 6,000, and that's only on this channel. I made 1,000 on Podcast No Plus, so I've made 7,000. It needs to have something of Kingdom Hearts. Yeah, I mean, come on, give me some Kingdom Hearts. Hopefully, Naughty Dog does story like Fortnite, where the story is a season change that keeps their entire community on the same page. I think you're going to take a lot from Fortnite if you're anybody, to be honest. Not that I care, because I don't care about Fortnite at all, but I think you'd be stupid to not try to take something from them, Yeah, I feel bad for you because I've been waiting for Little Devil Inside as well for years, and I know that that's created some sort of like black hole in my heart. It's made me a worse person in life waiting for that specific game. Yeah, Metal Gear I think is going to be big. Ada. What about some cool, unique games no one sees coming? Okay, cool, unique, but okay. The issue with that, I agree with that. I can't speak to that because if they're so cool that we don't see coming, how would I know it, right? A Superman game would be cool. Would be something that I don't think people would expect at a PlayStation. So like a WB Montreal game, I think that would do it. Okay, so like Wolf Among Us has been pushed to next year. If Telltale were to come out and announce a new game, new IP, or a game based on an IP, that would be something I think that would be different. I'm trying to think of like the most. It's sad. This is what I'm thinking of. This is the most different. Um, Maybe like the Horizon multiplayer. I know I kind of discounted Horizon, but maybe the multiplayer game gets announced. Maybe that's possible. Uh, Different, cool. It'd have to be like I think Cory Barlog's game is different and cool. Whatever it is, it's like a sci-fi thing. Um, what else? What else do you do? You have to think of like third parties. I think Castlevania is different and cool. That's just me. Um, with everything I've heard regarding the direction they're taking with Laura, I'm not sure I want to see that. Yeah, 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 yeah. I'm in a wait and see kind of like I'll probably get it no matter what, but I'm in a wait and see kind of thing. Did you see that Deus Ex may have co-op or multiplayer? I think it's just multiplayer. Oh, also, I don't know if you guys saw the BioShock thing. I covered BioShock, the rumor from Oops Leaks, and then Jason Schreier just like tore the guy to shreds, saying that he's full of garbage and nothing he said is true. So that's good because the BioShock scary. Oh no, it's gonna get canceled and all this stuff. I mean, he never said that, but the idea that BioShock is in severe, severe trouble potentially is not true, which is great. I'm glad I'm at where we were talking about the statue for Spider-Man. I don't think I'm that far behind. I'm only 11 minutes behind. Resident Evil 4 PSVR 2. Yep, I agree with that. Yeah, I had those with yeah, the silly string. Yeah, yep, that's what I'm talking about. I love that. No, as an Xbox play. Yeah, and I'm not advocating for stealing things, but they probably will steal somebody, and Microsoft will do it. Like they all steal with a take. You know, Knights of the Old Republic update. I want it, but I want it. As I've said, I made a video about this a few days ago. I think on Friday. I want an update. Like I mean, I guess that's what you're literally saying. Knights of the Old Republic update. I just need to know if it's like still being made. That's it. I don't need a trailer. I don't need gameplay. I need to know if it's still being made. That's it. So, and I don't know if a showcase is the right place to do that. To say, hey, remember that game that's like falling apart? Don't worry, it's still going on. Is that the time to say something like that? You know? Hello, Jeff. What's going on, buddy? I have the show Bloodborne 2 and a PC for joking. That is something. I mean, if they did a Bloodborne remaster or whatever, that would be it. That would be it for the show. Like that would destroy it. Jacob E. Vision, what's up, buddy? Mikhail. Okay, that's very easy to say. Hello. I can only imagine what your reaction would be. Yeah, I don't think I'd talk. Like I think I would do this. I think I would go, I've done that before sometimes, and not like the stupid reaction kind of content where people do like the exaggerated faces. I think I'd literally gasp, and then I'd freeze, and then I'd maybe get like teary eyed. Like I think literally in that order is what would happen if Sly was announced. Um, Uncharted, I think I'd get like emotional too, just because like it would be back. But I don't think it would match Sly Cooper. Come on. I mean, give me it. I wish we had a sequel to go. We will. We will have a sequel to Ghost of Tsushima. It just won't be at this event. I waited so long for Spider-Man to come to PC, and I was yeah, yeah. I don't know why he said that. I don't understand that strategy. The 2 to 3 years thing. It should just be 1 year later. 1 year later. He wasn't talking about multiplayer games though, which is good because like Twisted Metal should come out if it is a console game should come out on PC day one. Last of Us should come out. If Last of Us Factions does not come out on PC day one, they got no clue what they're doing. Okay. And I say that as somebody who doesn't care about console wars at all. So I'm not taking shots. I don't care. But if they didn't do that, I would be so disappointed in them. So hopefully that happens. I think it should start with Spider-Man and with Sly. I mean, what a way to end this. There would be no better way to end the show. You tell me what game would beat that, and I would just say you're wrong. I'd say we disagree. Reason I'm saying 20 is the not. Yeah, yeah, yeah. No, you're right. You're right. Bear in mind that the 21 showcase has 19 announcements. So it's four. Yeah. No, you're very. That's a. I don't know why I went to 5 minutes each. Well, okay. Well, here's why I went to 5 minutes each. Because I think a game like Spider Man gets like 8 minutes, right? So I'm kind of averaging them. So again, I say this as a joke, but I mean flat out honest. If Death Stranding 2 is there, that's easily 5 minutes, if not more, right? So you have to imagine like Spider Man probably takes up more than five. A Death Stranding would take. I think Last of Us is like a 5+ minute thing. So those would get balanced by Twisted Metal that would take up three. Like you'd get an average of five. So five is maybe the wrong average. Maybe 4 minutes is the right average. You know what I mean? I don't know. It's your opinion. Look, the more games, the merrier. If there's 15, if there's 20, if there's 25, Actually, I mean, selfishly, I will take as little as possible because I'm not going to make a video on every single game we see because I'm not insane. Slightly insane, but not fully insane. But I can't cover 20 games in videos. I can't. I have to pick like 3 or 4 that really speak to me. Um, yeah, these are the kind of shows I should do more often. Nerdy Giant. These are more popular. People like it more. Um, Too bad Sony doesn't do showcases every week. um, Warhawk. Oh man, you're talking to the choir. I don't know how many people. Okay, Warhawk sold horror. Is it Warhawk or Starhawk? What's the one that came out? Oh, I gotta look it up. I can't let it go. Star. Oh, Starhawk is the 2012 game. That's the one that came out around PlayStation All Stars. That game, I played that game. I liked it. That game sold horribly. I think the studio shut down, didn't they? Warhawk was Warhawk was before it, right? Warhawk 2007. Yeah. Santa Monica, they helped it with Incognito Entertainment. I think I remember Warhawk. I think I rented Warhawk because I had it. Maybe I owned it. Did I own it? It was for the PS3. But I remember that. That's funny. But I don't know how many people would know Starhawk. I really don't. But that would make a good one. Okay, I'm waiting for like the internet catch up. I don't know what's going on. Honestly, my computer's running a little bit. Does anybody know? We're all nerds here, right? Is it okay if we all call each other that? My computer over the last 2 months has been running like for games. It runs completely fine. Like there's no like stuttering or anything. But like the internet, like when I'm on Google Chrome and I have like multiple tabs open, it like stutters. It can't run it as quickly. It takes like a couple seconds to load, where it used to be like instantaneous. It would do it. Is there like too much stuff on my hard drive? Like I don't know. I don't know what causes it. Because I'm not a tech guy. I have a very strong, I have a 3080, RTX 3080, 32 gigs of RAM. Like I have a pretty solid PC that I bought 2 years ago. But I don't know why it's slowing down. Maybe because it's 2 years old. And do all computers slow down after 2 years? Bloodborne PC port. Yeah. Bye, Noel. Yeah. I saw the Dead Rising remake. I've never been. I said it. Controversially. I'm not a fan of Dead Rising. I never have been. I've tried. I have tried those games. I'll try them again. I'm sure to give them a fair shot. But Lord of Fallen already on purchase. There you go. There you go. July is that Immortals of Avium game from EA. That game looks really good, like the Doom mixed with like Ghostwire Tokyo mixed with magic and stuff. Like, I like that idea. Do you think the new Transformers game? I think the new Transformers game is probably at Summer Game Fest. No, there's no reason to call people stupid over what? Buying a game? What's the point of doing that? Now, I thought Ghost would close the show, but Jeff Grubb said it's not there. Now, you don't have to believe Jeff Grubb. I believe Jeff Grubb, so I personally don't think so. Rise of the Ronin. Well, it's already been announced, but I think because it comes out next year. I think we could see it for sure. Yeah, single player game set in Robin Hood. That'd be freaking sweet. Nice Old Republic update. I hope so. I hope so, but I really don't think we will. I'd say no. I don't think we will. I can see Naughty Dog doing the story like the Destiny games. Yep, that's fair. Gorky 17? No, I've never heard of that game. Devil May Cry 6? I don't think so. I don't think so. Wolverine face reveal with 2025 release year. That's all you really got to do. Show you don't have to show too big of a trailer. You show a small little thing, show his face, show maybe him killing somebody, and then 2025, which would be a delay because well, they said it's 2024. I don't know if you would consider that a delay or not. That's true. Yeah, they'll probably do like a Marvel Cinematic Universe thing where they have Wolverine at the end. I agree. At this point, I'm just ready for the showcase, Summer Games Fest, Xbox, Ubisoft, Ford, etc. Just ready for the games to start pouring in. 100%. Truly. I love the downtime as much as anybody with, creating theory videos and what's going on with blank game. But there's no time that's as fun as when these things are happening. Like this is it when it comes to the gaming industry. So yeah, I just want games to release, to be honest with you. And they help, of course, it helps like the channel. Like I think the channel does best when like things are happening, not when nothing's happening. So July is always painful. Well, for any Scream people, I actually messaged this to Steven and he didn't answer me yet. I want to do, this is just a quick aside. Let me say this quick aside and I'll keep reading the chat. I want to do, and I've said this before, but like I want to do more themed live streams. Okay, like this would be a themed live stream as we're talking about the showcase. I did the Texas Chainsaw theme stream last week. I actually did really good. Like I was very happy with the results. I want to do more like theme stuff, but I also want to do like really big events as this year goes on. I'm thinking of doing like a Screamathon where it's like 3-4 hours long and we talk about every movie in the Scream franchise. Now, why I'm saying this to you guys is I'm thinking for games too. So, like one random game that came to mind, I don't know how this would work, but say like a Final Fantasy event where I play like 3 or 4 Final Fantasy games in a row, not like a couple hours each, not like 500 hours, But I'm thinking of doing something like that because I do like the themed streams for when a game is just about to come out, like maybe a Crash Team Rumble thing. I want to do more events with you guys. So when Crash comes out, I want to maybe organize an event where we play with the community. The Quidditch Champions game, when that comes out, I want to do like a thing where we verse each other. So I know that's an aside, but I'm trying to grow the channel, right? Grow the audience and stuff. So thought I'd pitch it to you guys. I think that'd be fun, to kind of make like I want to do events where people say, oh yeah, Podcast Now is doing like that cool thing. These people get really excited to watch these events with me, and I'm honored. Like that's great. But I want other things where people say, yeah, oh, this month Alex is doing this thing. That's like a legit event that people need to like watch for. I think we can do it. I think I have the talent for it. So let me know. I know I'm like 10 minutes behind in the chat, but let me know in the chat if you guys like that idea. Okay, back to it. I just can't wait for Spider-Man 2. I feel like it's really going to blow us away from the fidelity to the gameplay. I honestly believe the gameplay is literally going to be next generation. I agree. I think it's going to be the thing. It's going to be the thing for the showcase. Crimson Desert hasn't started. I gotta try Crimson Desert. I've had enough people telling me about Crimson Desert with me having very little knowledge of that game. It's not out yet. So I guess when I'll play it. Somebody hit me up. What do you think the big games at Summer Game Fest? That's a very fair question. I completely accept that question. Alan Wake 2, Mortal Kombat. Those will be, I think, 2 really big ones. And then probably one like announcement. We're talking like Tomb Raider, like something like that. But I think games we already know about, Alan Wake, Mortal Kombat. Is there another game we already know about that Jeff could do that would be big? Maybe like a fall game. What's coming out in the fall? And that's kind of tough actually because a lot of the game, like Silent Hill, I don't think he would do. Spider-Man, no. Starfield, no. Assassin's Creed Mirage, no. Maybe those two. I'd say those two, and then like a new game, like a brand new game. Here's what Jeff will do. He'll do Elden Ring DLC, or he'll do Armored Core. One of those two. That's what he'll, because you know how much he loves From Software, right? Maybe he'll do Death Stranding too, to be honest with you. So keep in mind, showcase is a little over an hour. However, keep in mind how long the count. Oh, if there's a, I swear, can I say this? I swear to God, if at 1 o'clock or whatever, time zone you're in, it starts and it gives us a 5-minute countdown, I will throw something across the room. That's it. I'll throw one object to the other side of this room. And that's all I'll do. But no, I will flip out because we don't need that time being wasted. We got games to show. We have games to watch. They have games to show us. There's no need. It's the app connections. It's not the hard drive. App connections. I don't know what that means. So you have to talk to me as if I've never heard of technology before. Okay? They should do a bunch of trailers with little gameplay in it, then do gameplay reveals on Summer Game Fest. Yeah, I don't know how much they talk though, right? Like, is Jeff Keighley on board? Imagine a Scream co-op or reboot Desert. Oh, SOCOM. I read that as Scream because in my head that's all I can see. Imagine a SOCOM. SOCOM, didn't Colin Moriarty talk about SOCOM years ago? Desert Storm, I played that game. I like that game a lot. I think Alan Wake 2 is going to be at the Xbox Showcase Game Pass day one release. I was thinking that. I actually think I don't think it'll be on Game Pass, but that would be enormous. Enormous. So bring it on. Like, let's do it. You know what I mean? Or it's the settings. You got to change it or something to run the speed you want. Okay, here's the thing. I appreciate your guys' help, but try the settings to somebody who's an idiot. It is not going to help me. Try the settings. It could be your BIOS. I found out recently you're actually supposed to update your PC BIOS every 2 months. Okay, I'm going to write that down. BIOS, and I will search whatever that means and how to update it when the stream is up. Okay. Anything from THQ Nordique. Well, they're doing Alone in the Dark on Thursday. So I don't think so. I personally don't think so. The entire show got leaked. Okay, well, whenever there's a leak for something like this, normally it's not true. Normally it's not true. Normally it's like a camera taken this way, and then it's blurry. And sometimes PlayStation, the S won't be capitalized, which it always is capitalized. So whenever that's a pro tip. Look behind. Well, okay, this is all in all caps. But even look at my stream name right now. PlayStation Showcase is tomorrow. When they do stuff, the S is capitalized. If the S is not capitalized in a leak, it's not official. Immediately, that's how you can tell. I don't know why you call me MBG when I'm not a fanboy. He's literally a fanboy, and I'm not. I don't understand. It's okay. You can be in alliance with one console or one company. I don't care, but also to think that I'm that is mentally ill. That's the stupidest stuff ever. There's gonna be one big game like Infamous or Sky 5 or Ghost 2. I assume you're saying Sly 5. I hope so. Just do it. How much money are you gonna lose if you do a Sly 5? Come on. You may lose a little, but I think it's worth it. I think it's worth it in the end. It's not my money. I'll give you my money. I will do everything in my power. I promise. If there's a Sly 5, I don't care how bad it is or good it is. I will do everything in my power to promote that game to the moon. I'll go to outer space to promote that game to aliens, to buy it. So you're going to have customers that you never even thought you could have if you just give me it. That's all, you know what I mean? So come on. You should do those types of streams if you want for games or TV series. Okay. Yeah, I'm going to do a Scream one. That's going to be probably my first big event. Maybe I'll do like a Crash Team Rumble one. I'm thinking like a community kind of thing. But I'm thinking like a Scream-a-thon in July. that's kind of my plan with guests and stuff. Bloodborne 4K 60. That we're gonna get that the same year we get Sly 5. It's at 4 Eastern, right? 1 p.m. Pacific, 4 p.m. Eastern. I hope that Infamous. Yeah, I need more. I need Cole over Delson, but I'll take Infamous. Infamous remake. Yeah, I mean, just give me it. Another Among Us. Yeah, that could be fun. Do people still play Among Us? Oh, I've caught up. Oh my god, look at that. Look at that. The timing of the showcase is so it's inconvenient for me. I'll tell you that right now. But at the end of the day, should Sony care what we think for inconvenient purposes? Not really. Yeah, Ghost 2 won't be there. Rumor has it. If they announce anything about Bloodborne, I'll buy a PS5. There you go. There's one customer you got, Sony. One. I'm sure you'd have more. Ghost 2 could be at September. Well, I don't think they're gonna do another showcase for a long time. I don't think there's another showcase. It's 3 months from now, 4 months from now. I don't think there's gonna be one. Just looking forward to Spider-Man. Honestly, more than fair. Love your channel and keep up the good work. Thanks, buddy. Yeah, I mean, and we've talked about it before, right? Like, I'm into so much. I'm probably into too much. I'm too varied, and that I think does hurt me, like in the algorithm and stuff. But it's who I am. But I totally respect. Like, I know there are probably millions in general, like not that's just gonna watch tomorrow, from tomorrow on. There are probably plural millions of people that only care about Spider-Man 2. I think that I would never do that. That's my mentality is I don't like that, but that's not my business. You know, like if people are only in it for Spider-Man, that's fine. I'm in it for literally everything. Like there's no game, you know, like even if they do a Twisted Metal mobile game, I will be furious, but I'll still try it for like one day. So there's very little, and I would say the same thing for Xbox and for Summer Game Fest. Like I really try to play and talk about as much because I truly am interested in all that. But I know there's people that are just there for Ghost or Spider-Man. Ghost people are going to be disappointed, but Spider-Man or Metal Gear, right? Stuff like that. So yeah, I hope there's people that are only there for Sly Cooper though. What would you like to see Spider-Man 2 in the showcase? Trailer, like a story or gameplay. I think you can do a gameplay trailer that's also a story trailer if you try hard enough. And then like an actual gameplay segment where you swap. I need to see the swapping. Show me Peter, then pull out and then go to Miles and then do something. Do like a random crime or show the world. Show if they have any kind of new abilities. That's it. Like I'm not asking for much. I don't think. So yeah. No, it's okay. Yeah. The time goes by some people. I already answered that. PlayStation All-Stars is on my list of games I would commit at least minor crimes for to get. That's on my list. My reaction. Well, I'm gonna co-stream it live. So I'll be live like an hour and a half before the show, and then we'll talk, and then we'll watch the show, and then I'll stop, and that'll just be a live stream video. You can watch that back anytime you want. So that that I'm not gonna do like I'm not gonna record myself separately or anything like that. And then, as you guys may or may not know if you're new or whatnot, because I make 3, 4, 5 videos a day, I'll pick a couple games, cover it tomorrow, not like Wednesday later in the day. You'll see videos, which normally I do it earlier in the day. So I'll pick a couple games, we'll cover it. And then maybe Thursday morning, I'll pick 1 or 2 games, do some videos. I'm going to try to cover the biggest things. And then, as things, any game that I miss, like if I don't do a video for the Stellar Blade release date, I will still cover Stellar Blade. just when it gets close. You know what I mean? Like I said, I try to cover all these games. So I'm gonna pick maybe 3 to 5 games that are like the big ones, and then I'll still cover things as obviously Spider-Man. I think will start to be consistent videos. I'll probably make maybe like a video a week at least on Spider-Man. So things like that. But once we get closer to Final Fantasy 16 or Stellar Blade or trying to think like Silent Hill 2, MGS 3, like that kind of stuff. Just in case you guys don't know. I know there's people that have been with me for a long time, and I appreciate that. But you always get new people, don't you? Eventually. Yeah. Spider-Man, yeah. That will be. Everyone talking about how huge the showcase will be. Am I the only one who believes this showcase can't live up to the hype? Well, it depends on what your hype is, right? Honestly, like showing Spider-Man 2 satisfies a lot of hype. Does that make sense? Like, I guess people can be disappointed in what they show for Spider-Man 2, but you're looking for that. You show it, you satisfied it. I think, like, if they were to show only like 6 games the whole time, that would be horrible. You know what I mean? So as long as they show like 10 plus games, Spider-Man is one. Last of Us looks good. You do MGS, you do Silent Hill release date, you do a couple other things. You know what I mean? I think they'll be fine. It depends on what people like. I always talk about like my expectation. My expectation is I just want it to be good and like good. I just want to see games. That's it. Just want to see games. I don't really care, how much it is. I should have said that because I already did a video. I recorded a video before I live streamed. I just did like a bunch of predictions. I should have thrown in that expectation thing. Also, they announced an MG3 remake, a Legacy of Kain. That'd be sweet. I'd be down for a Legacy of Kain thing. There are people who bought Ragnarok just for the viral video about it. There was a viral video about it, but they didn't know English language. What? Who are these people? If Venom is playable, yeah, that'd be nuts. Only getting it. Yeah, that's the rumor for it. And yeah, I said no Ghost 2. I said that. Naughty Dog's new fantasy. I think they just go all in with The Last of Us multiplayer. It's possible they do the director's cut. It's possible they do the director's cut for Last of Us Part 2. We will see. Or anything else. I appreciate it, buddy. Metal Gear things I think we will see at Summer Game Fest. Yours? Oh, okay. You responded later. Slitter. Oh yeah, I remember that. I remember that game. I don't remember much about it. Thank you, buddy. I appreciate it. We're gonna have a lot of fun, honestly. These next, and like I said, July we'll try to do some. July I'm away for the first kind of third of July. I'll still make videos, but I visit my parents and family, and so videos are like pretty weird during that time. But once we get back, the rest of July is probably gonna be pretty barren. I'll probably be playing that Immortals of Avium game, and we'll have some fun. But I want to do some, like I said, live stream events and all this different stuff for sure. We're going to have a blast. What's up, Liam? How's it going, buddy? Some more Immortals info. Liza P. Liza P is a good one, yeah. Armor Core, Atlas Fallen, Mortal Kombat, For Souls, Payday 3. Yeah, I think that's good. Why did I forget Payday 3? Yeah, Payday 3 will definitely be at Summer Game Fest. So yeah, and I don't know. I have to look back up Slitterhead. How'd you feel about 33 games? I'd feel overwhelmed. I'd feel like that's a little too much. Yeah. Yeah, no MK. I mean, but you have to wait 2 weeks. 2 weeks and 2 days you'll get MK. So that's not that bad. I want another Ratchet and Clank. I've always loved Ratchet and Clank. Alex, sorry. Hello. I don't know what you're trying to say there. I think so. Kobe. they're the studio I forget about so often, but they have been working on a game. They've been working on a game for a long time, and I think they could tease it for sure. Yep. Oh man, the Iron Man game would be nuts, but I just don't think they're in a position to show it. I don't think they're even close. I have watched I haven't watched too much of it because, like I said, I've largely checked out, but I've seen a lot of what people have said, and I'm good. Like honestly, that's where I'm at. It's becoming it's not the same as like Deathloop, but we've seen so because it's like I think different quality, but we've seen so much of Final Fantasy, and it's like all right, like I believe it's going to be an incredible game. The gameplay looks so good. It's Final Fantasy visuals. You hear how confident they are. There's no day one patch, like all this stuff. Like, and then people really love it when they're playing it for previews. I truly don't need to see any more of it. I think I've had enough. I think we've seen enough of it. So, but I am excited. Like I'm pumped. I'm pumped for it. I hope I can beat it before I visit my because it comes out like 10 days before I go, and I'm not going to bring my PlayStation. So I have 10 days to beat it. And Crash, or maybe not 10 days. When is is it the 22nd or the 20th? So let's say 2 weeks. I have 2 weeks to beat Final Fantasy 16. And Crash, I have to play Crash. I think a showcase where Sony announces some acquisitions of little studios the same way Xbox did in 2018 would be awesome. It's possible they announce a couple things for sure. Yeah, I'm excited for MK1 for sure. I hope they don't split the showcase into all third party and all first party. That was stupid last time. At least you know what you're going to get, though, right? I don't have honestly, I don't really care either way, but at least you know. You say, okay, then you know, like, okay, this is where we're going to get Silent Hill, Metal Gear, like that kind of stuff. And then here's where you get their games. So, PlayStation handheld. Yeah, it's possible we get that the one that Tom Henderson wrote about, the one that like syncs with you need to connect it to the PS5, and it's not a Vita. It's also not something really I think you can take on the go. I don't really think it has a purpose, but it's going to happen, I believe. No, I think they can do it. Media Molecule, yeah, that one they're a little odd though, aren't they? Because they just stopped Dreams. So have they been working on a game behind the scenes for a while? Are they just starting a new game? If they're just starting a new game, oh man, it's going to take a while. So maybe we see more info on the game Hell Is Us. What is Hell Is Us? That seems like something Jeff would show. I've never heard of it. Tears of the Kingdom update. Update on Tears of the Kingdom. So Christy, my wife, has taken it, and I played about an hour and a half of the game, and Christy has played probably 30 to 40 hours. So what I think we're gonna do, hopefully, by the end of this week, maybe a weekend video, she's gonna review it. I want her to review it. Maybe I'll sit with her just to kind of like direct her. But I think you're gonna get my wife. I did that for Hogwarts. People liked it. My wife reviews because you have to have possession. It's my channel. But no, I think we did that for Hogwarts and it worked really well. And then, so I think she can do Tears. I just have to convince her because I don't really think she wants to do it. But she knows what she's talking about. I saw an overview for the PS show and they said be ready. Has there been, I mean, I've been on for a while. Has there been any like news? Let's look. Okay, can I tell you something that I'm getting a little annoyed with? Hopefully the computer's not too choppy. I have had enough of these accounts that do these green check marks, and I will not name names. And there are too many of them. But these accounts that do 50 lines and they're these big green check marks. And they do get excited. This game, this publisher, please stop. Please. Everybody's doing it. I don't understand. I don't understand. I don't see anything, by the way. No news on my timeline. I guess that doesn't mean that there isn't any news. Let me look at one of my sources. Let's see. Cody, gamer, comic lover, nerd on Twitter, says that Sony is finalizing a deal to acquire Square Enix and it will be revealed at the showcase. Okay, I immediately kind of don't believe that. Although, I don't know. Nobody ever really knows about these acquisitions. I don't think there's really been anything else. You see that new Total War game, Total War Pharaoh? That game looks sweet. Just throwing that out there. Okay. I'm going to probably wrap up this next group. Once I catch up, we'll probably stop. Okay. Do you think with Insomniac does Marvel hero games, they might do more? What? I think so. Yeah, I think you'll see studios that have never done superhero games that do them. Yes. I don't want studios just becoming superhero production houses, though. I've said that before with Insomniac. I really don't want them to. I don't think that's controversial because I think they're just so talented. Why would I want them working on one little universe? That means we never get Sly. Sly is literally the first thing I think of at any point. We'll never get Sunset Overdrive, let's say. We'll never get Ratchet and Clank. You'll never get like any of these things because they're busy. So I don't know. I personally don't like it, but it is what it is. It's not that they make bad games. The superhero games they make are great, but I want a little bit of diversity in these studios. The development team for FF16 had to watch the Game of Thrones comparisons have been there, I think, for a while. I think Square Enix will be bought by Sony, like eventually. It will happen. Yeah, I mean maybe, but other teams could make good superhero games. I don't know. No, I don't think. Deviation needs to like announce if that game's canceled or not. That's what they need to do. Cyberpunk, yeah, that'll be at Summer Game Fest for sure. Tomb Raider, maybe. Sly 5, oh man, I hope. You know me. If there is Black Myth Wukong, yeah, that'd be sweet. Kingdom Hearts 4, which very few. I've watched the original 7, some of it. I've watched the Lightning trilogy here and there. I played 15 a little, 7, and then just all the newer stuff, Crisis Core, 7 remake. Like I really have barely played. Final Fantasy is definitely still like a new franchise for me, so I'm excited to like get into it. I didn't say your real name. That's what it was. Sorry. Oh yeah, you can just call me Alex. I actually think it's a little. I think people can call me Alex. When people say, "Hey podcast" or "Hey podcast now," it's like I say my name in the first 10 seconds of every video. So you can call me by that. You don't have to call me podcast now. That's not even my name, right? So that's just an aside. That's just something different. Last of Us Faction shouldn't be. I think it should. Well, okay, yeah. For your reasoning, I agree. I don't think they've built trust that they can do day one. I don't think they've built trust that when you buy the Last of Us Factions or you don't buy it, it's free to play, whatever, and you play it on PC day one. I think people half expect it to like blow up their PC, okay, like for it to light on fire. So I definitely understand that, but like you just have to turn that around internally. You know what I mean? I think because I think it should. It needs to come out day one everywhere that it's going to come out on. I think waiting on PC is a really bad move. So they just have to figure it out. Just like get things sorted. Yeah, I don't think we'll get Sinister Six again. Yeah, give me more Kingdom Hearts. DLC for Hogwarts. Yeah. I could see it. I could see it. With Insomniac developing Marvel or even DC games, we will get the games that we always wanted to play, like Spider-Man. Perhaps. Security Breach DLC trailer dropped after I asked you and Sway about. Oh, really? Really? I still have to play it. or at least watch my daughter play it. I will do it. Your wife? No, she doesn't. I'll tell you right now, Parker, she doesn't want to. I'm not. Don't get this confused. By the way, I'm not stopping anybody from doing anything. So, like, if you're wondering, hey, you have a wife and she plays some games, why doesn't she make one? That's because of her. It's not because of me. Sway, same thing. I am not stopping Sway from like making a YouTube channel. If he wants to make one, he makes one whenever he wants. We just do a podcast together. Like it's not up to me what he does. So, but no, she will not do that. She will not do that. But she will do a review maybe here and there on this channel. So hopefully, but she's a little she doesn't like people making fun of her, or, which I don't think anybody likes that, right? So not like sensitive. She's a pretty tough cookie to crack, but she just doesn't want people to like go after her, which I think is valid. So hopefully nobody goes after her for Zelda. Yeah, give me Hogwarts. It's gonna be fun. I don't think we get. That's true until the Switch. Then maybe they announce DLC. That's fair. That kind of just destroys the whole. Thanks, Nerdy Giant. That destroys the whole line of thinking. Um, yeah, the fact of Sony owning Square Enix, but Sora is owned by Disney. Oh yeah, yeah. Yeah, I don't know how Kingdom Hearts would work personally, but like how does that work? Like if you buy Square Enix, you don't get do you get Kingdom Hearts? I don't think fully you would because Disney is a huge part of the Kingdom Hearts games. So maybe you just have to like work out a deal. I don't know. Make Black. I always say Black Myth Wukong and Xbox exclusive. Man, they'll swoop in. They'll take some exclusives for sure. They all will. Everybody will. They'll all get their piece of the pie. All right, guys. I think we'll end it here. I got a couple more videos that'll go up later in the day on this channel. So look out for those. Tomorrow, about noon, maybe even 11:30 Pacific time. Okay, so an hour and a half before the show starts, we'll go live. We'll do this, and then we'll watch the show together. And I'm gonna have to book, like I said, like when that show ends, I gotta book it. I gotta leave like immediately. So that's one thing. And then there'll be videos tomorrow night and Thursday morning on the showcase. But I'll start having predictions for Summer Game Fest, more for Xbox, more for Ubisoft, and yeah, we'll go from there. So lots of things to cover, lots of things to predict, games to cover, and we'll talk more if you guys, more speculation tomorrow. Tomorrow, right before the showcase. Okay, we'll continue. We'll pick it up where we left off. All right. I appreciate it, guys. Thanks for watching. Enjoy your day, and I'll see you all on the next one.